Thunder's Mouth Theatre presents Am I Old Yet? A screwball comedy podcast by Floyd Kennedy. This is episode 2 of season 7, in which Helen finds herself still ensconced at the safe house to avoid the attentions of the press and any members of the criminal underworld who may be after her for interfering with their drugs trade. Enjoy.
I'm sure it won't be long now. John says all the fuss seems to have died down. There's been nothing on the news for a couple of weeks now.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I'm sure we can get you home in a week or two.
A week or two? Oh,
Sorry,
God.
but we have to be on the safe side. You do understand, don't you, Mom?
I guess so. So, what's new? Did you get Susie off to the airport okay?
Oh, yes, thank goodness. She's landed in Sydney, staying with Georgie.
Good.
A bit jet-lagged, but she's enjoying the sunshine. Is that a dog I can hear?
Oh, yes, it's my pal from the woods. We couldn't meet up for the last few days with all the rain, so she must have come to pick me up. Isn't that wonderful?
Lovely. Well, I'll let you get off. I take it it's dried up a bit.
Oh, it's a bit muddy still, but we'll have fun. Bye, darling. Thanks for calling. Love to John. Hello, hey doggy, where are you? Where have you got to? Are you playing hide and seek now?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Oh, my goodness. Good morning. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it is rather.
Can I help you?
Yes, possibly. I'm looking for my dog. Have you seen her? Large, brown, soppy eyes.
Oh, is she yours? Oh. Well, I heard her barking a little bit ago. She seems to have attached herself to me. I thought she was asking me to come out for a walk. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I'm glad she found someone she's enjoying walking with. Do you live here?
Oh, no, not at all. I've been staying with friends nearby, over that way, I'm just visiting here.
Oh, of course.
And you? Do you live near here?
Not really. I'm a visitor, just like you. Where is your home?
Well, originally from Australia, but I've lived in England for many years. How about you?
Well, I've lived in many places. Do you mind if I walk with you?
Oh, no.
Not at all. Your dog seems to insist on keeping me company, so I can hardly refuse if you don't mind, since it's your dog. Well, she's not so much mine as she lives with me.
Fair enough. And does she have a name? I just call her Dog. Not very flattering, is it?
Oh, yes. Her name is Hermes.
Hermes?
Yes, I know. Not a very popular name around here, is it? And it's usually thought of as a boy's name. But this time, she decided to be a girl.
This time? Okay. I know people do that, but I didn't know dogs did it too. Isn't Hermes the messenger of the gods, the Greek gods? Oh, you know about that. Are you all right, Helen? Something bothering you? Now, don't tell me your name is Diana.
Actually, yes, that is one of my names.
Right. That's your Roman name, yes?
Yes.
And your Greek name is Artemis. You got me. Okay, so what is a Greek deity doing here in a forest in the middle of England, Yorkshire if I'm not mistaken?
Well, you're not far off. We're actually in Lancashire.
But you haven't answered my question.
Oh, I get around quite a bit.
I think I may have met a couple of your relatives.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't act surprised. Look, this has been going on for long enough.
I'm just an ordinary human who discovered some magical powers right after I meet these devious Greek women, one of them called Demeter, I presume, and her daughter, Sephi. In other words, the beautiful Persephone. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, dear. Well, yes, you are right. That's my sister and her daughter. Well, what's the game? What is the point of all this nonsense? All this changing the world and the way things grow? Why don't you do it yourself? Why do you have to involve me? Well, that's the thing, you see. We don't have the power to do the stuff. We only have the power to gift it to you. Oh, so you mean Zeus can't go around turning himself into a swan, raping young women with impunity? Stuff like that? Oh, no. He can't do that anymore. Not at all. So what brought about this change? Well, it started to happen. We started to lose our ability to do whatever we wanted round when the creatures of the earth began to realize what we were up to. As soon as there was enough knowledge. So when you say creatures, you don't just mean humans? Oh, no, goodness me. Humans think they are the only ones who can think. Although, to be fair, pretty much every species thinks they're the only ones who've got the hang of it all. So Douglas Adams wasn't so far out when he said it was mice who were in charge? Are you trying to tell me that there are other species who have imaginations, philosophies? Oh, yes, of course. I mean, if you think of a pride of lions, for example, and the available food in their region, their territory is beginning to die off or move away. Why do you think they've moved away? Don't want to get eaten by lions? Well, they never want to get eaten by a lion, but what they want is to live somewhere that's reasonably pleasant, has a decent supply of food for themselves and their families, live a comfortable life. Isn't that what everybody wants? A comfortable life. But if they have no imagination to consider that there might be somewhere more comfortable somewhere else, they would just stay where they are and die off. Instead of which, there'll be a couple of adventurous spirits in there who think, or imagine, if you like, but there must be a better way. And they'll head over the hills and through the forest out to the other side till they find somewhere. And then they'll come back and say, "Come on, guys, there's a great place over here." And some of the herd will believe them, and they'll head off, and some of them won't. And maybe they'll die out. And the lions will have the same idea, if they've got any sense. Not so very different from humans, of course. Well, I just hope they've all developed a more all-encompassing, inclusive philosophy than humans have invented. I mean, we've come up with the stunning conclusion that they're all so special. Everyone thinks they're special until they grow up. Well, yes, I suppose so. If you think of a very small child, he or she is bound to think they're the most important being in the universe. Yes. And if their parents don't let them think that for a tiny little while, they tend to grow up quite damaged. We all need to have a little time, just as we gods did back in the day, of thinking it was all about us. It couldn't last because it isn't all about us. No, I see what you mean. Now, just a minute. Hey, do I know where I am here? We've been walking quite a way, and I haven't been paying attention. Are you trying to lead me astray? No, Helen, I would never do that. I'm trying to give you a bit of a nudge back on the path that you need to be on. Oh, God, not being a superhero again. Really? I'm afraid so. But why me? You were recommended. Goodbye. Not at liberty to say at the moment. But you must admit, you do have two particular qualities that make you the right person for the job.
And what's that?
You are kind and you are very open-minded. You're open to possibilities. Not a lot of humans are these days. Oh, well, I don't suppose there were ever a lot of them, but you are one of them. And you did not seem to have a lot else on your plate at the time. And it seemed like a really good fit. But I haven't been doing a very good job, have I? Oh, I wouldn't say that. You just had to come up against what we had to come up against. That just wishing for something out of the blue has these, what to call them? Unintended consequences. Well, that's helpful. I don't think. Sorry. Sorry doesn't cut it, I'm afraid. You lot started this. You've got to see it through. You can't abandon me. Oh, no, Helen. No, we're not abandoning you, I promise.
Well, so what happens now? Can I go home? Get on with my life, such as it is?
Of course you can.
And I don't have to wear some crazy disguise?
Well,
what?
I don't think you need to wear a crazy superhero disguise. But I do think you need to have a few different outfits, just so that you can move in different spheres.
For instance?
Well, first off, I thought you might like to try a Balenciaga ball gown adapted to fit you perfectly.
Yeah, right.
So that you can attend a grand fundraising event at the Savoy Hotel and create a minor disturbance that should, if we time it right, set something in motion that you have wished for.
That was Beware the Greeks Bearing Gifts, Episode 2, Season 7 of Am I Old Yet? Written and performed by me, Floyd Kennedy, with the fabulous Christopher McDougall as the dog. If you're enjoying the program, please pop on over to the website amioldYet.com/reviews and drop a comment to share, and share it on your social media and with your friends, because this is how we get more people to listen to it. And if you're enjoying it, maybe somebody else is going to enjoy it as well. You can also help out to support my production costs, which are a little bit more than my pension really sensibly allows for, by donating at buymeacoffee.com/amioldYet, or you can become a regular subscribing patron at patreon.com/amioldYet. The music for this season is provided by John T LaBarbera from his beautiful album In the Labyrinth. That's it for now. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.